when the Lions got a turnover, whenever the Lions defense or whenever defense gets a turnover, they go down to a celebration together. Well, one of the things they celebrated was the fake limp play that the Lions used against the Bears a year ago when Jared Goff pretended to stumble and then threw the touchdown pass or the long pass down the field. That was a shot. That was a shot to Ben Johnson, or the narrative that Ben Johnson is the reason the Lions offense has been so successful, because the Lions are rolling. Understand that they led the league in scoring last year at 30.8 points per game, right around 31, right? This year they came into week 5 averaging 34 plus points per game, and they bettered that by putting up 37 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Emmitt Smith and Moose Johnston in the heydays of the Dallas Cowboys. That's how good this offense was. They're doing everything right at the moment. And, there were a lot of questions about the offensive line for the Detroit Lions coming into this season. And they've answered the bell there. But more importantly, if you're the Lions, you got to talk about the defensive effort. And again, week 1 was problematic. I understand that. But they ran into a buzzsaw. Sometimes the shit just goes sideways, and you're not going to win 4 straight games at Lambeau Field. And that's sort of how you explain the defensive effort. Remember, at one point last season, the Detroit Lions had 18 players on the defensive side of the ball on injured reserve. 18. Again, for perspective, that's all 11 starters and 7 backups on one side of the football that were not available to them. Well, as long as they don't have that kind of historic pace on defensive injuries, the Lions look pretty good right now. And when I say they take it personal, I think they've heard everything of what people have said.